Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Nah, I hope I can back it up. Oh, Lord. Uh-oh. No, this is the thing. I have not been to St. Louis much, but I got in last night, and I've had a great time so far. You have a beautiful, beautiful city. You have a beautiful museum. Lots of stolen art. Lots of, like, y'all got it good. Like, I was looking around like, wow, that's from Egypt. Oof. And he really in there too. That's crazy. Oh, I had some great pancakes. You know, this has been wonderful, and the people here are incredibly sweet, incredibly nice. Yeah, this is like. But y'all have some. Y'all do have some demons, all right? Like this is chaotic. Like, y'all have the Midwest nice on lock. I'm just saying, a cut below that. Like, a paper cut below that. Y'all are wildin'. Like, so I flew in. I didn't have a car, so I've taken like 4 Ubers since I've been here for very short trips, right? Very short. We're talking less than $10 trips, just over here to over here, because I don't know if I'm gonna make it on foot, right? Like, this is not the most walkable city. Like, I walked out of my hotel thinking, like, I'll just take a walk. And I looked both ways, and I looked, and the way that this truck zoomed past me, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and order, you know, just so I have some armor around me. And the dude driving couldn't have been nicer. I get in, he's like, Josh. I was like, yeah, wow, you really excited, like you know me. That's crazy. Excited to see you. I get in and we're talking about the day and everything. And then I don't know, like truly out of nowhere, my man just looks ahead and his whole face changes. And he yells out in the car. So his windows aren't down. Nobody can hear him but me. This is for nobody but him and I. This man goes, it doesn't take 2 lanes to turn right. And I don't know if this is how everybody is driving. I don't know if this is like the 4th time this has happened today. But the way he snapped, I thought he was going to get out of the car. And not like stop the car and get the other guy to stop and get out and fight. I mean Mission Impossible, leave me behind. Get out of the window while the wheel is still turning. This has been, oh wow. Like, y'all really have some people out here where I'm like, okay, all right. That's a real New Yorker. You just don't know it. Like, you've been raised here. So then you're like, no, let's be polite, make eye contact and everything. But then the way that just, there was a guy, okay, so it wasn't even, like, y'all don't have the busiest walkways, okay? So there's really only I was walking today. Everybody else was in a vehicle. And so I saw these 2 guys. I can't remember the name of the grocery store now, but like I was in the grocery store and these 2 guys bumped into each other and they both like over apologized, right? They both bumped in and he was like, I'm sorry, and the other guy was like, I'm so sorry, brother. I mean, I wasn't even paying attention to you. And he's like, well, what's on your mind, buddy? And he's like, I just been going through a lot, you know what I mean? Other man was like, well, you know, this is what the grocery store's for, to meet people, to talk about things. I was like in the distance just getting disgusted. I was like, when are y'all gonna fight already? This is gross. Did y'all have a good Halloween? No? Okay. I know it's over, but I'm like the opposite. I talk about Halloween and watch horror movies way longer after Halloween is over. I'm like the opposite of the Christmas people, because some of the Christmas people have already started. They've already broken out the Mariah Carey. They've already done certain stuff, and I'm still stuck on Halloween. It was one of my favorite holidays growing up, and my grandma would sometimes take me trick-or-treating. And my grandma was one of my favorite people. And I remember it was one year she took me, I think I dressed up as Superman or something, and she had me, and she loved to take me places. This is one of my core memories, right? My grandma sees me in my little Superman outfit, and she's like, "You go, Superman." And then I did a little cape thing. I was like, "Yeah." And then she's got me hand in hand, and we decided to, go to a couple houses, go trick-or-treating. Now, this was not the best neighborhood, so there was going to be very little trick-or-treating, period. Like, this is already, anybody who's from a place that is not where you want to stay knows what I'm talking about. So we go up to the first house, and I knock on the door. They open my trick-or-treat, and then they give me a little, maybe 2-3 pieces of candy. And then in the distance, we hear some gunshots. And then my grandma was like, "Can you give him a couple extra pieces? Because we gonna go back home right now." So this really is, not to put all the pressure on you, but like, come to think about it, you don't want to be opening your door that much tonight, so you might as well just give him the bag. I mean, and so we went back to my grandma's house, and I'm sitting there, and like, part of the joy trick-or-treat isn't just getting the candy. It's like going places, having the adults be like, "Oh, Superman, I had no idea," or whatever. Just the whole experience. And so the fact that I wasn't gonna get to do it, I was bummed out. I was like 8. I was just bummed out, right? And so after maybe 10 minutes passed, I turned to my grandma. I'm like, "Grandma, are you sure we can't go back out and trick-or-treat?" And I don't know if y'all who grew up in the South here, but Southern grandmas especially, they turn on you. Very, very sweet people, but as soon as you like cross, they just turn, right? So I'm like, "Grandma, can't we go trick-or-treat just for a little while, And my grandma turns to me, she's like, "Boy, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Did you not hear the gunshot?" And then she made me sit there with her, right? And this took all 5 minutes. I don't want you to think she was torturing me or anything. But she sat with me there for 5 minutes and just made me count out the gunshots with her. And every once in a while, my grandma would be like, "That's you? That's you too?" My grandma cracked me up, because especially anybody who has grandparents knows that in one form or another, your grandparents have lived long enough that they have some arch nemesis out there. They take different forms, but there was this one person that was one of my grandma's arch nemesis. We still don't know who it is, but they would come every Halloween to trick-or-treat, and my grandma hated that. She never wanted to give him candy because she was like, "That's an adult." Right? He little, but that's an adult. I know an adult when I see one. And then even I was kind of like, "Come on, just this the holiday and everything." She's like, "No, he grown, okay? I don't care how little he is, he grown. There's a holiday for the children. How he come every year and the same thing don't grow, all right? That's an adult." But Halloween also has its downsides, Like I had years when I lived in Chicago, people would come and trick-or-treat. And there was one year that I heard the trick-or-treat, and I opened the door, and it couldn't have been a bigger man. Like, it was, I was looking at him, and he was looking down at me, and he had a bag, but it wasn't even a bag. He had a pillowcase, and he was like, "Trick or treat." And like, I'm not even kidding. The dude, okay, so open door, the pillowcase is out, right? Like trick or treat. And then we stared at each other, and after a while, he was just like. And I'm trying to look behind him for a kid or something. I'm like, oh, do you have any kids? He's like, nah, it's just me, dog. You know what I mean? He looked like he robbed the candy, you know what I mean? Like, and now I got my door all open, my apartment exposed. You know, and so I was like, oh, you know, try and make conversation while I fiddle for these mini-sized Snickers. Like, you know how when let's say you are in a parking lot and there's somebody chasing you like Freddy Krueger style, and you try to get the keys and the keys won't be keys. See what I'm talking about? Where you like struggling, you're like, come on now, come on. It's not even about the key, getting the key in the keyhole. It's about getting the keys in your hands, like getting some purchase on the keys. Like you're like, come on, come on. It was like that with the Snickers. None of the Snickers wanted to stay in my hand. I think I had sweat so much from how big this man was that all the Snickers are slipping. So I'm just in my little in the Snickers bag, trying to get a handful, and they just keep slipping through my fingers like they ain't all melted or something. And I'm trying to make conversation like, what are you supposed to be? And he was, this is the coldest shit I've ever heard in my life. He was really terrified. He looked at me, he was like, what am I supposed to be? I'm trick-or-treating. I was like, oh God, take the bag, take the bag. Take the whole bag. Oh my God. I've never heard trick-or-treat used as this is what I'm going as. Truly jarring. I don't know if y'all saw, but Sam Bankman-Fried was found guilty on all charges. If you don't know who Sam Bankman-Fried is, he's the dude who looked like somebody microwave Shia LaBeouf. He was behind a multi-billion-dollar crypto scandal, and took a lot of people's money. Had a lot of powerful friends, so he could take a lot of people's money. He was found guilty, and he made a serious mistake. He stole money from rich people. When you think about it, it's really all he did wrong. If you steal from the poor, you're going to be pretty good off. Like, I don't know. This dude gonna go away for a long time, which is crazy because I don't really understand what he did. But I'm glad he didn't do it to me. I'm like, you ever just, because I never got into crypto because I didn't understand it, so you ever just be so dumb you miss a whole tragedy? Because I saw the whole thing coming. I was having FOMO and everything, and then everybody started losing their money. I was like, maybe it pays to not read sometimes. Maybe it's to my benefit that I have stayed as ignorant as possible on very specific subjects in life. Is it just me, or is the mark of a good party always something bad happening? No one's ever like, oh my gosh, that was a great party last night. We all drank just enough, got home safe, and woke up in time for breakfast. That's never the description, ever. It's always like, great party, Bill died, great party. That's a fantastic party. Somebody need to call Bill Mama, he dead. I'll talk to Bill like that, but great party. The first time I ever went to a fraternity party and a girl twerked on me. I fell down because I wasn't ready. She was just backing up. I didn't have time to bend my knees or catch a wall. She's like, oh, but great party though. I don't know if you can tell by looking at me or just my general demeanor, but I am not an alpha male. I'm not an alpha, I'm not even a beta. I am 3 before omega. Like, I've been called a little punk to my face before and been like, well, that's your opinion? And I know I'm lucky to be a millennial, because if I had been born even 10 years earlier, I wouldn't have lived this long. I know that because I was back at home in Louisiana for 10 minutes before I let a possum climb me, all right? It was just coming right at me, man. By the time I realized it wasn't like a little squirrel that wanted to play or something, it was hanging off my belt, okay? I don't know if you looked a possum in the face in person before, but its face is an actual demon. It's the most horrifying thing you can look right into. So now I'm trying to hump it off as hard as I can. Just bend my knees and dig deeper, because I don't want to touch it. Everybody knows you touch a possum, get bit by a possum, you become a possum. That's just science. So now I'm trying to hump it off as hard as I can, but it climbs onto my shoulder and chirps in my ear, and not the cute Pocahontas like, meow, meow, meow. He's like, oh, immediately. I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's how I died. I didn't know I died so young. I thought I'd live longer, accomplish more. And then my friend slapped off my shoulder and saved my life. Have you ever had your life saved when the stakes were incredibly low? I got to go on a date in college, which was big for me. I don't get on, I don't get to go on a lot of dates because I don't know how to talk to people. But the date was good. We went to dinner, and then went to a movie, and then we went back to my place. Okay, and guys, I'm gonna go there with you. Okay, I'm gonna get a little nasty. All right. We were kissing. Okay, we were kissing. All right. But then, in the middle of kissing, she told me that she wanted me to choke her. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I have arthritis in my hands. So I couldn't talk up how I was about to choke her. I'm about to choke her. She's about to find out about me, you know? So I was trying to talk up how bad I was going to choke her, make her feel like she was still into it, you know? So I was like, baby, I'm going to choke you, all right? Because that's what you want, because that's what you need. But it will feel like a turtleneck. There's nothing I can do about that. No, baby, you're going to get choked. You ask to be choked, it's choking time, okay? I'm even shake your head and scream in your face while I choke you. But you will feel safe the entire time. You will feel totally safe. There's nothing I can do about that. I've been trying to work out so I can have a man's body. I am a extra medium. I have always wanted to be big, and it did not work out for me. I just want to have those broad shoulders, you know what I mean? Like that, like, you know, like. So I've been working out, but joining a gym is too easy. You know? I just gave them money and they let me start working out. But I don't know what I'm doing. So now I don't know what I'm doing next to heavy stuff. Nothing changed. I gave you $25. You know, like I was trying to do some deadlifts, just pick it up, put it back down, because build up the legs. Because you don't want to have a ripped up body and tiny legs. And my legs, if I were wearing shorts, you would be distracted, okay? You'd be like, oh, he might be funny, but I can't hear him past the sound of his knees shaking. So I was trying to do some deadlifts, just pick it up, put it back down, you know. And so I'm standing in front of the bar, but no one even told me that the weight had to be even on each side. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm bent in, got the legs open, and trying to put my back curled, or whatever you're supposed to do. And I'm gripping the weight. I'm trying to psych myself up like I can really lift this weight. And right then, the most beautiful woman walked up next to me. I'm like, now I gotta pick it up. I can't just be like, that's not mine, and then walk away. Like, I gotta at least try to pick it up. So I'm gonna try to pick it up. So like, Eye of the Tiger's playing in my head, and like, Rocky's behind me with a stroke face, like, you can do it. Like, I feel like I might really be able to pick this up. And so I go to lift it up, and the most unrecognizable sound leaves my body. Because I go to pick it up, and immediately I'm like, I've never. I've never in my life made that sound before, but I go to pick it up and I'm like, ah, that's not mine. And I did anyway. I just walked away. So, and then I tried to redeem myself later by working out next to her like I make that sound all the time. I was just doing curls next to her later like, didn't work, she just left.